Three, two, one. Your red dot. I see that we are good to go at the moment. So I would like to give a freaking shout out to the astronauts who came before us, and you know, they were my inspiration. Taking off of this world and going into space, astronauts everywhere. I salute you. You know.
Well, I'd like to salute the great, marvelous Marvin Hagler. He passed away suddenly last night. That was really tough news, man. I just found I was watching a post-fight interview with a guy from the UFC, and the reporter brought it up. He had just passed away.
Marvin Hagler did, huh?
Yeah.
I wonder what that was about. Well, he probably,
No idea yet. His wife
how old was he?
66. The guy looked great, man. He looked like he could still fight.
Yeah.
His wife said it was sudden, but they didn't know anything yet.
Well, that's very sad. Shout out to Marvin Hagler. Yeah. He was a good fighter.
He started fighting professionally in 1973.
That is the year that I was born. So he got a good 30 years, 40 years, 47 years of fighting. Wow.
Well, no, he only fought till 87.
Okay. Well, 14 years then either way. It's still a long time for a professional fighter.
Well, when he lost to Sugar Ray, it was very controversial. He wasn't happy with the decision. He ended up retiring and became an action star in Italy, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah.
Have to find some pictures of him doing acting. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Not funny, but yeah.
He was something else, man. He was one of the toughest ever.
You find a picture of him real quick?
Yeah. I'd put him in the Mount Rushmore of modern day boxers. Let's see. So what's going on? Did you spring forward?
I don't know. Apparently not, because I woke up going, I could sleep some more. Maybe that's the purpose of it, I forgot about that. I'll spring forward an hour, and I just I would like to sleep in a little more today. Yeah. Weird. I got a big cup of coffee here, but it's too hot for me to drink so far, apparently. So, but no, any spring plans for you?
I'm not sure yet. I just got up, feel good, pretty good. My back's bothering me, but so I got to keep moving.
Well, I'm talking about spring. Like, do you have anything going on in spring?
Oh, today, probably tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll do a lot of outdoor work. I don't know. I might just try to have fun today.
Sounds good to me. I say about the same here. I think but for spring projects, my projects are, of course, to clean, because you got to clean a little bit, and I gotta get this grass out here, seeded somehow in the backyard. So,
oh wow,
I will get that going on so we can have some grass this spring and summer. So that's one of my biggest things. And then I gotta fix my hot tub. Don't you hate it when a hot tub leaks?
Oh yeah, it's terrible. All right, I think here's a picture of Marvin in a movie called Indio 2: The Revolt. He did Indio and Indio 2. Yeah, starring marvelous Marvin Hagler. It's pretty cool.
Wow. He's, did something else besides boxing. That's cool. Good for him.
He was fed up with the decision. He was fed up with the decision against Sugar Ray.
I lost you there.
Oh, he was fed up with
I'm not sure you can see me. I cannot see you.
You can't see?
I lost you. I lost you there for a moment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was fed up with the decision against Sugar Ray. He thought he won, so he pretty much got out.
He said cheaters, and well, Sugar Ray, if I remember correctly, where boxing is concerned, Sugar Ray, he had a tendency to not cheat. Not cheat, but
outbox his opponent. That's what he did. He outboxed Marvin, and the judges liked it. He got in, got his punches, and got out.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, but wasn't Sugar Ray? I mean, he's amazing, absolutely amazing. But did he not know how towards? I can't remember what they call it, but basically at the very last minute of a round, he just fury to hell, and
the
judge mixed the judges up really with what they thought because he had hit them. He had hit them so many times.
Yeah. I just thought he was good. He was so fast. But that fight, I watched it 3 times, and every time I felt that Leonard won. But it's that's what the judges, some judges like tougher guys, some like the quicker action,
Sure.
ring generalship. But other than that fight, Hagler, he had a hell of a career. That was amazing. It was just shocking because I was watching this interview with this guy that they last night had a no contest in the UFC. A guy got an eye poke so bad it was bleeding, and they had to shut it down. And it was in the second round of the main event.
Well, last night.
Yeah. So the guy was talking about, he had been out for almost 2
Was
years.
it a thumb jab or what was it? Is it
He got the finger in there when he was getting ready to do a leg kick, and he got it in and poked him, but it messed the guy up bad. And the guy was a tough guy that got poked, and he was crying, and the fight was over. But then the reporter asked the guy, "Hey, what do you think of Marvin Hagler? He just passed away." And I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
That's sad, really.
Yeah, well, it is sad. It's 66. That's not old at all.
Nah.
When I was a kid, I thought that 30 was old.
I hadn't heard any health problems or anything, so they'll find out today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was sad. A tribute to Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Like I said, I watched that fight 3 times. I've watched the Hagler against Hearns 3 rounds of war. I've watched that about 17 times. In fact, last night I watched it a couple of times.
Rest in peace, Marvelous Hagler. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Yes.
The great thing about the Hearns fight is the whole thing lasts 8 minutes. And it's considered one of the greatest fights of all time. So you don't have to sit through an hour. 8 minutes, you get to see the whole thing.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it.
Yeah.
So, which that was him, Hearns and him?
Yeah, 1985 maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, since we're talking about boxing in particular, how were the fights last night?
Actually, I just waited till the main event to watch that, and then it lasted a round and just over a round in the eye poke. No contest. Little disappointing. But then I started watching the Hagler stuff, doing some work around here. So not every week's going to be great fights.
Not every week's going to be great shows. Sunday morning, we're just waking up, folks. So if you're watching for the first time, I'm sorry it doesn't get better sometimes. However, you're welcome to like and subscribe this thing we have here going on. This is basically just 2 little idiots getting back into the world, trying to learn how to talk and publicly speak. And we have this little thing for us, basically, not for everybody else in the world. But you know what? We're happy to hear you listening to what we're doing. I hope you're enjoying it. If you see anything in particular that you'd like to talk about, then write it down in the comments, give us a holler, give us an email or whatever you want to do. We're here for you. And we get together every Monday through every day. It seems like most
try to do it every day. Try to build a habit every day.
Yep. Habit every day. So if we can, I mean, as mentioned, of course, there's just days we can't. We're not in town and whatnot. But yeah,
we've only missed a couple days, and then this will be the 50th episode of the LB Hour in some form. Whether we did the original was pre-taped, and then now we're doing the Zoom. So we're at episode 50. So
wow,
yeah,
can't believe it. That's crazy. That's nuts. But that's awesome. But we do have we also do a Friday Night Live. If you haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
Friday Night Live, we're doing every 2 weeks. We bring together local musicians to basically entertain while we're in half quarantine. I mean, the cities are starting to open up a little bit, which is great. But there's no reason if you're going to be sitting home, you can't enjoy yourself with some live music for free and listen to a couple little funny gags and skits and so forth, whatever we might have to have on Friday nights from 7 to 8. That's every other Friday night, by the way.
Yeah, and I noticed last night there were some live musicians going on. There was one at the local hotel playing, and a little bit of a crowd. And I realized our live feed is a lot better than the video I watch other people do, because all you could hear in the one I watched last night was the crowd talking. That's all you can hear. You can barely hear the singer.
Who was running
I
that?
don't want to say the guy's name because it'll make one of our local film groups look bad. But it was you couldn't hear the singer, but it was just cool to see, and it was shaky.
Yeah.
That just made me feel like we're doing okay because we're kind of critical of ourselves. But our shots are stable, and you can hear pretty good. So
Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, I think in particular, I mean, that was our third time the other day.
Yeah.
Really, and we have probably, I think we have over 500 views on that event. So, not certain. I can look. I will look. But
How did you post it on Cowlitz County News?
I did.
So are we going to start getting constant put downs and angry things because they think we're liberals, or what's going to happen with that? Because when I heard Cowlitz County News, got a little sick, threw up in my mouth a bit, worried about it. We're going to be somehow victims of, so we're not victims.
Only if you talk like this. If you say that, then people.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
I know every other article I read turns into attacks. Hopefully,
political attack. Yeah.
Yeah. But we're a non-political show, man. We just bring the person in, sing the song, tell your story. That's what I like about it. I like to get to know these people, like Pete the other day. It was good to see him, and I'd like to have him play again. He wants to get his songs together, and he was kind of excited about it playing the other night.
Yeah, he was excited. He liked that, actually. He did a good job. I think that it'll continue to grow like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to find our thing here at the moment, which, by the way, so has 630 views on it. There you go.
Wow. Okay. Well, as long as if they want to attack us, they can. But then,
well, they haven't yet. So there you
political.
go. Not that I've seen, anyways.
Yeah.
It's free music, folks. So
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We don't say anything political on the show. We just, like I said, we get the music going.
Yeah, I think that it was I put it on Cowlitz Community Info, I put it on Cowlitz Community Update, or Cowlitz as an update, and then the Cowlitz County News and Uncensored. The Uncensored is the one you got to worry about, but it doesn't matter because we don't have to worry about anything. We're not doing anything negative. It's all just positive,
No, I don't mind a little constructive criticism, or even if they say the sound sucks, we're idiots and all that. I'm fine with that, as long as they talk about the show. Just, us sucking, that's fine, but just no politics.
Right. Yeah, there you go. Well, I try to make it political, although I have a couple of jokes here and there, like, well, do I want to even, I don't want to go in political.
You said you did some call-in shows on the radio, and I did some on TV years ago, and they can get pretty rough. It was funny. I enjoyed it, though. They would make fun of me and tell me, my face was fat or my wrinkles were bad, had nose hairs showing. They're just rough as hell, but I liked it because they're funny. If they come out, they're funny.
Yeah, they are funny. All funny. They're all funny, but one, and you know which one I'm talking about in particular.
Well,
yeah. So
I think even the one might have a sense of humor. Don't you think? Even that one person.
No, it was funny. No, it wasn't funny at all. So,
without saying who the person is, that person would not be wise to come at us with physical put downs, because that person has issues that are beyond.
Right. Yeah. No.
So hopefully they'll just say maybe the sound's not good or whatever, which we want to know.
Right.
We want to hear it. And the first one we did a really smart thing. We had me sitting there with the computer with headphones, making sure the thing was on the whole time. So I'll do that next time.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I thought, okay, we're on, and then went in the other room and discovered we're sideways. But yeah, we're learning, man.
That's okay. We got it.
The fourth show is where it comes together. Show number 4.
Well, I think it came together pretty good, because there's a few different things. That the sideways thing. If anybody does any technology stuff, we've done it before, and we've had to fix it.
We're not the first, actually.
All of a sudden, the live stream is just all of a sudden sideways. And you're like, what the hell am I doing? Yeah, so nobody wanted to watch it. And we had 0. By the way, you got a hell of a lot of back noise right now. Back feed.
I do. Let me turn off the heater.
Feedback.
Plus, I got a cat prowling.
Prowlers? Cat prowlers? Wow.
My cat's prowling around. It wants to be part of it.
And I got a hum too. I got a nice hum in the background here.
Yeah, it might be my computer.
Yeah, and they have something else going. It sounds like the ocean right now.
I think it's my actual computer sounds. I'm still
Oh,
looking.
that just okay. Stop, and then talk.
Hello.
I don't hear anything.
Well, it's probably the heater, because those heaters, man, they're loud, and I think they use a lot of electricity. I don't know much about it.
I heard a hum and then a like it was an ocean almost.
Really?
Yeah, but they're both gone now. So
Well, I am at Long Beach.
oh, there you go. No, but folks, we did do. I used to do a radio show, and I had a guest in the studio, live business person in particular, and got a phone call from somebody, and we took live phone calls at the time, and this person decided to enlighten the world on how the person, my guest, had harmed them, how had harmed their life, and it was. That's the funny part about that. It was like we're sitting there going, "Oh, what do you do? What do you say?" And actually, I mean, we had to. It was the person in the studio was like, "No, no, 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 turn it off, turn it off, turn it off." And so, yeah, it was a legality whole issue. It was weird, but that happens apparently with live video or live anything.
You got to expect something like that. You got to expect somebody doesn't like you. So, and this guy, it seemed like had some issues that happened around that time. So he probably saw it coming.
Well, nobody's perfect, but that was definitely a live and you learn. I mean, yeah, that was a shocker, man. And so someone picks up opens the phone, puts the dirt on the radio for everybody to hear or see. It was nuts. But like we said, it's live video, so it's life. It happens.
Well, I think if you're listening to the radio and there's somebody on there that wronged you, your tendency might be to call in.
Yep, that's the exact truth right there. And I don't know.
What's worse now with Facebook, people just post pictures and claims and all kinds of crap.
Well, and I've done the same thing. I've made some pretty funny accusations on things throughout the years. I had a whole bunch of. I was over by LCC one time, and I saw this huge pit they had dug into. They're going to build something or other, and all these construction workers around there with all their digging equipment and their vests and stuff. And there's a couple of police that walked up, and they were sitting right there. So I took a picture of it. I said, "Bodies found in LCC." I posted that. That was pretty freaking funny.
Yeah. Well, that's funny.
Yeah. If you can make make an accusation out of a funny picture, it's kind of cute. But
and nobody would believe that was real. They thought.
No, people were. Yeah. They were commenting, "Oh my gosh, this is like this." Well, just recently there had been stuff. People saying that there's these murders here in town, and has been a couple people who ended up dead, and I'm not sure what the circumstances is yet. However, you could go ahead and say, somebody could make a little article and say, Ramirez stalks Kelso Longview, the modern thing. Why is somebody's dead? But if you wrote an ad, not an ad, but an article in regards to that, people would believe it, Jack the Ripper on the loose once again, or something.
I think if you wrote that, you should possibly face some sort of legal problems, because that's what people are doing, claiming there's a serial killer, just making false claims. That's not good.
But that's the First Amendment. You can do stupid things.
No, you can't. I don't think in the news you can slander people. There are limits to free speech. Totally.
But you're not slandering anybody if you say.
Well, if you're lying and claiming there's a serial killer and causing undue fear in the community, then that's you don't have the freedom of speech there.
If I say it's Brian Calhoun, that would be talking negative towards you and stuff. And I think
there are limits on spreading false information. So freedom of speech is not what everybody thinks it is, right? It's
Well,
not the right to be on YouTube at all. People think they have a right to be on YouTube. You don't.
oh yeah, you have a right to be on Facebook. You don't have a right to be. This is not a platform, a free platform to overthrow the government or to do certain things. And we know that from public access TV. Is you're not
Yeah.
allowed to do it.
Well, public access had a lot more freedom. You could pretty much say anything you wanted. They couldn't take you down because they didn't like your politics. So
No,
it's still out there. So people have
but
speech. They can
but
go
you
on.
couldn't advocate for overthrowing the government.
Yeah, but it had to be like a realistic attempt. You couldn't just joke around and say, "Let's get rid of that jerk in the White House." That's not.
No, no.
Apparently, there's been a jerk in the White House for over 40 years.
I know. Sometimes we have to, vote for somebody new. Apparently,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm actually, how I feel at the moment. I think that the new guy he's Sleepy Joe, but he's getting stuff done, and it's just they call him Sleepy Joe because I can sleep at night. I can sleep at night knowing that I'm not afraid he knows this guy knows what he's doing. He's been there for 40, 50 years, and he knows how to not only play the game, but he knows how to be a politician. And sometimes we need that in this country. Sometimes we don't, sometimes we do. We need to know how to work with both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
And that's
Hopefully, we can do that.
Yeah. Well, that's what he's been good at for 47 years is working both sides. And I mean, not working both sides, but working with both sides, working with both sides. So, that's a good thing. I mean, hopefully we can get some things accomplished and get our economy back to going. He was part of the last time we had a recession. So, he helped bring it back that time, and he had the cash for cars for clunkers. The Obama
Cash for
administration did that.
clunkers.
Yeah,
I don't
that was
remember
in. That was just they would give you money to buy a new car, basically, and you had a couple grand for buying. Yeah, for some odd reason, I hear a big in the back of your thing. Crazy. Right there, it just happened again. So hang on. So we're gonna test this real quick. Lean forward and test.
Hello.
That was fine,
I need a new microphone. This thing.
but it was fine. And then I heard this when you moved over here.
Yeah.
I hear.
I got a beat up old computer, so I might have to. I'm trying to replace it, but I want to get the right one.
Yeah, but this is a new sound that I've been hearing. Anyways,
Yeah.
weird. We'll figure it out, folks.
If not the
No
heater,
biggie.
the heater's off.
No, not the heater.
We'll make it through.
I can see you shivering. It's not the heater.
Cash for clunkers, so I'm not a fan of that. So you give people money to buy a car.
No, yeah, it was good getting good deals. I think in particular, if you're turning in your car, they can recycle. It was a recycle thing. You could recycle all your old cars, get them off the highways. Anyways, it was good for that for America to get how many old cars beat up that were just no good.
Give you money to do it, or just a tax break?
I don't remember. I think it was a couple $1,000s to recycle your car. Yeah. Well, it's the same thing as recycling a car. Like yesterday, you recycled a car here just the other day, right?
Yeah, I donated to NPR, and they take care of it. And then you can get a write off if you want. So they don't give you any money, but it's
Which
cool.
but that's a good thing. And then
Yeah.
but I'm not sure if in particular with that car, I mean, if it would be better for them just to sell that car because that was an older car, to sell that car or to scrap it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's up to them.
Yeah,
Title's in their name, so if it's found on the side of the freeway, they have to deal with it, not me. That's all I care about.
But I think that the cash for clunkers was basically scrap the car. They would literally scrap it and recycle everything, recycle the metal and recycle all the whatever they could do out of it. So it was a good thing at the time, but I heard a lot of negativity towards it, so I don't know.
Yeah, it just seems like throwing money away. And then they had the Obama phones. I wasn't a fan of that either.
Yeah, Obama phones. Well, they had a lot of shovel-ready operations that they had to implant real quick. It was like one of those. If you have an idea that's already been approved, they pushed it forward because they wanted to get people working again and getting America back to business, and that's what they did. So, I'm not sure. Cash for clunkers. Let's see.
Yeah.
11.
Cash for clunkers. Yeah, I like the a lot of different places let you donate your car. Portland has several. I remember the Metro or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to get them off the street. They can junk them or they can fix them up.
I have a funny little thing right now. I'm reading, Brian, as far as I like to ask questions, and this says there's no stupid question. Stupid people don't ask questions. It's true. I mean,
That's totally false. Stupid people don't ask questions. You say stupid people don't ask questions?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
There's no stupid question. Stupid people don't ask
that's
questions.
good, actually. Yeah,
And I do like it because my children, and then they're not stupid by any means. However, they sometimes have a hard time asking questions, and I'm like, you might look stupid right now, but you won't next time or for the rest of your life if you get the answers solved.
Yeah. Yeah, they always taught us that no stupid questions. I went to a lot of seminars where they'd say that, or training.
Yeah. No stupid questions, just stupid answers,
Yeah, that's good though. Stupid people don't ask questions. Yeah, more questions are better within reason.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Nobody wants to listen to somebody asking silly questions, but they're not stupid.
Yeah, if you really
learned from
some people
I learned from everything.
Some people ask questions at trainings and stuff just to interrupt and cause problems. But
yeah, I actually have a question. I ask questions just to, even if I know the answer, there's another reason for it. You know what I mean? Just for that person to bring it out. Sometimes, if they say it, if you make light of it, then it makes it okay. In their life, they're having a hard time. But if you ask the question, even though you know the answer, if they admit to it, they say, "Hey, yeah, that was me that stole the gum from back," whatever. I mean, then
sometimes it's good, like you said, to ask even if you know the answer, because then the guy will answer and everybody in the group will hear it from him, from the leader.
Exactly. So everybody else can hear it. Yep. It's time. Is time only a concept made by humans? Is if something. Wait a second. Is time only a concept made by humans? Is it something we restrict ourselves with? Now that's the more outside the box for you there, Brian.
I was just reading about the cash for clunkers. It cost $3 billion, and it reduced spending by $3 billion on new cars. So sounds like it broke even.
Yeah, but the cars look better. The roads look better.
The fact that the cars are gone is big, because there are a lot of junkers out there on the road.
Yeah, there sure was.
But
yeah, comparatively, how many cars for clunkers did they get rid of? Did it say?
I just said they cost $3 billion and it brought in $3 billion, or it's safe.
Yeah, but I wonder how many cars are off the road.
I don't know. Let me see.
See how many cars are off the road for cash. I know that I always think of these big gas hogs. The old Plymouth 442s, whatever might be out there that were just kind of like old beat up cars, Buicks. I think of these Buick Skylark or something like that, old ones from way back when. Gas hogs.
I'm not seeing any numbers on how many clunkers, but this article from U.S. News and World Report, they're saying it was a total failure. It's a clunker of a program, they call it. That's U.S. News and World Report.
Yeah.
2014. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know how many cars, how many clunkers.
Let's see here. I can't get where I'm at the moment. But
get a jacket. I'm gonna warm up in here. I gotta get a jacket.
Okay, folks. So while he does that, I will ask you, why do we all fear death? Do you know why do we fear death? Let me tell you. You don't have to fear death, actually. The only thing about fearing death is that you may have not accomplished all you want to in this world. And that's not saying in regards to money or anything like that, but you have personal hurdles. We all have personal hurdles. And if you've accomplished these hurdles in life, you get to advance. You get to become a better being of light because we're all beings of light. And if you want to go on to heaven, whatever like that, then that's great. Otherwise, you kind of get sent to the back of the line and redo it until you get things right. And that's just the way we're supposed to be. That's the way we are as creatures. Um, but I don't fear death itself. I fear not death, but fear not getting over my hurdles throughout my world. Whatever gets inside of you, whatever is sent your way, is your own personal hurdle, and you got to get over those. So, enough of that. We're done with death. No, don't be afraid of death. There we go. Okay.
That's good. That's inspirational. Oh, that the Rocky quote you gave me too. I've got it in the hallway as I head into the studio. It's kind of like a last positive thing before you head in this.
There you go. Ah.
Good to have that. Notre Dame football used to put a thing up when everybody would have to come out of the locker room into the stadium, and it said "Play like a champion today," and they'd slap it and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Well, what it said, the question was, why do we all fear death? And
we all do. I think some do.
yeah, that's why I was like, well,
Larry King did, and he interviewed Bruce Dern, who had no fear of it.
yeah. Well, that's what I was trying to say is that I don't fear death. I fear not getting my things accomplished in this world. So I want to try and, whatever hurdles that I get put in front of me in this world, I get to hopefully get past them, get over them, get through them, whatever it is. And I can be able to, as a being of light, as we are all made that way, as beings of light, go on to the next level and the next level and the next level. So choose your own adventure, folks. And you want to be able to go on and you want to be able to go on and basically see see how far you can. Well, we all make it to that judgment city, not judgment city, but we all make it to heaven, but sometimes it takes a little longer than others. So we'll get there eventually. But anyway, I was thinking, did I block my mic here? I wonder. Anyways, the other questions for you there. What is consciousness? Right.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I even thought of that.
I know, I'm making you out. The thing out of the box today is
I think it's your state of being aware. It's what you're aware of. State of being aware, I believe, consciousness.
And are we aware? Are we the only ones that are aware of it? Are capable of it, I should say?
I don't know. We might think that. I mean, scientists might say that animals don't do certain things, but we really don't know. We don't know what an animal truly thinks. I don't know. Yeah, chimpanzees sure seem like they have something going on.
Brian, which is easier to love or hate?
I would say to love. It takes a lot of work to hate, and you gotta.
It does.
Keep the hate takes.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it really is.
There's so many things to love out there. Good people, good places. It's nature.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. But what is love? True love. What is true love? Sorry, that's the title. Love. Love. What's love? That's sounds like the guy off of Princess Bride. Love. True love. Anyways, sorry, segue. But what is true love, Brian?
Somebody sent me this on a thing once. It's when you may not be able to be with somebody, or they don't even want you around, but you're just happy knowing they're alive and well, and that's true love. We really care about them, and you don't. It's not selfish for you. You're just happy for them.
Yeah, that's true.
Just knowing they're out there in the world, and that's good enough for you.
Sure.
It's rare though.
Yeah, well, no, it's good. I get that. Depends on the way, I would say that right there. It depends on where you're at in your life when you read that. I mean, true love. Yeah, I mean, true love is basically knowing, hey, that person you're right is okay, no matter if you can be with them or not.
Yeah. And they may not want to be with you, and they may not even like you anymore. But you're just happy that they exist and hope that they're happy.
Yeah, I hope. Yeah,
That's
that's
hard.
true. It's hard to do. It's hard to do when you know that if when you can't be with somebody. We all know this. This is a if you can't be with the one you love, honey, love the one you with.
Yeah.
Actually, that's hard to do. Actually, too.
People are selfish by nature, so you they think, what's in it for me? It's a very emotional thing. People get angry. I haven't seen a lot of that where people are like, well, I'm just hoping she's doing fine. I didn't say that, but very
Well,
convincingly.
right. No. Yeah, no. There's definitely people I have had in my life in particular that I don't have any ill will for, at all. So
Yeah.
I hope they're doing great. Yeah, I think I'm friends with everybody in my past. So, I think I wish them well. I wish them the best. I mean, there might be some here and there people in my life that I wish they were still in my life, but that's not love. I mean, I still want them to be happy where they're at.
Yeah.
It would be cool
like
to have
flame or something. You have an old flame and you're mad.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm mad, but kind of like sometimes timing is everything, and you just the only person you can kick is yourself, or kick the clock because timing seems to be wrong for everything sometimes, which is I don't know. But let's get off the love thing. How's that?
Yeah.
No,
That's true love, unconditional love. It's hard.
well, unconditional love is definitely that's me when I was a kid.
Kind of what true love would be, unconditional. It's not based on what they do, it's who they are.
Yeah. And I've got, oh my gosh, I had last night actually. I went and with Rudy to go meet some other. We end up going to meet some other friends who we have had from middle school with middle school and high school and stuff. And this gal says, "Oh, Lonnie used to follow me around forever and a day." And well, I may have, I don't even remember, um, but either way, the thing is that even her husband, who him and I never really have just had a we were never really fond of each other.
Yeah.
But man, he's been around forever, and I have a love to him, man. He's a good guy, and I love the fact that he is taking care of her since high school, or whatever. Not taking care of her, but
owned her.
Huh?
Owned maybe instead of taken care of.
Well, no, I mean, but he's been a good father.
Oh, okay.
He's done her well. It appears for me.
He's provided for her.
He's provided for her, and they have a great life together. It looks like, So I'm just happy because they're both good people. But I have a love for all my friends and stuff, but for her in particular, yeah, maybe I had I don't know, I had a crush on her in 6th grade or something. I'm not sure, but I was never in love with her, but I do love my friends. I love her. I love him. It's like it's interesting.
Yeah, you can love things too. I love watching old Marvin Hagler fights. I mean, when he died, it almost felt like a relative died.
I love Lamp. No, I love Lamp. But no,
great memories provided by superstar athletes like that. It's you love the what they did. I don't know him, but I love what he did.
Mm-hmm. Well, I love some stuff that she said as far as she brought back some memories. Sneaking out of the house in 7th grade, and she said I used to throw little rocks at her window, tick, tick,
Oh, wow.
tick,
That's
tick. You know, I'm
classic.
like, I thought it was kind of funny because I haven't done that, you know, how many, I haven't for such a long time. Tossed rocks at a girl's window. And then she's like, you know, she said, my parents aren't asleep yet, you know, and I'd be like, oh, okay. But, you know, that's so cute. Absolutely cute.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, I forgot all about that, you know. But yeah, I remember we had a lot of good friggin' times. Never had any animosity towards each other or anything like that. So
Yeah.
yeah. But that's not about me. Let's talk about you and all the wonderful things that you and I can do. But no, that's you know, middle school. Where'd you go to middle school at, Brian?
Went to junior high. That's what they called it back
Yeah,
then.
junior high.
Huntington Junior High, just right there.
Right the road. Yeah, about a
3
block
blocks
away.
back. Straight back, 3 blocks, maybe 4. 3.
Folks, Brian hasn't left his house actually since the 1980s, so it's just
No, I left
right
the
there.
country. I left the country. I never left the planet, though. Elon wasn't out doing his thing yet. I probably would have gone to another planet in the 90s, early 90s, before I had
Right.
kids. I was kind of I knew I was going to have kids, so we wanted to go to Europe before we had kids, my ex-wife and I. Because once you have kids, I mean, some people might want to take their kids to Europe, but I never did.
So these questions are pretty deep today, actually.
Now, though, yeah, I'd take my
What?
kids to Europe now.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to take my kids to Europe this summer, at least my daughter, because that was a promise made, promise kept.
I hope Italy comes back because Italy's having some trouble again. They're kind of having
Are they? Well,
another wave.
well, hopefully their vaccination's done, and
Hopefully,
if the world gets vaccinated by June, we'll be good.
yeah.
You know. Anyway, so hey, are humans doomed for extinction? If so, what would cause it eventually?
I think each individual is due for extinction, at least from this earth. I don't think we're gonna ruin it. I think, well, maybe in a million years or something. Right now, we look pretty good, I think,
Yeah.
despite
Yeah.
all that's going on.
Yeah, but I don't see any nuclear issues currently. But I think that's one thing we could extinct ourselves from would be
There'll still be
annihilation.
some people survive.
Yeah, it'll be hard row to hoe when that happens. That's for certain.
Oh yeah, hopefully it won't.
What does the world need more of, Brian? Wisdom or intelligence?
Wisdom, by far.
Wow.
Totally. We got all the supposed intelligence and information in the world. People can become experts in every field within 3 Google searches and a Facebook argument. So we need wisdom.
Yeah, actually, probably agree with that.
Yeah, I have people all the time. I've done it where I act like I'm an expert on something I know nothing about because I looked up 3 things.
I know. And then I just Google that stuff every day. So if you have a question on anything nowadays, you can just GTS it, you know, Google
Well,
that.
somebody was arguing about the cause of the Civil War and, what was the Civil War about? And I think a good answer is about 4 years. And then you just move on because that argument will never be won by anybody.
Yeah, well, I think
What was the Civil War about? About 4 years.
there you go.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, yeah, any wars in particular, actually, I think are I don't know. I'm not a fan of human fodder. So, and it appears
Seem to be getting out of that. And so some people don't like the previous commander in chief, but he pretty much got us away from war. So there was very little war.
Yep. No, that's true. People were, I mean, I will tell you, one thing about that was because he didn't have any knowledge on that stuff, people were fearful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That made them fearful because he's like, oh no, if we have a problem with somebody, well, he didn't say it. He would say, hey, we'll send in Rambo or something. He just say outlandish things sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I actually like that. It was like there's going to be a rain of fire in North Korea. Well, that shut the guy up for a while.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean, because he was just, you never know.
Yeah.
But that's the one thing that sometimes that dictators and then strong people have a tendency to bullies. I'll say bullies only listen to other bullies. Plain and simple. That's the truth right there.
So that worked. Well, I had a game during the previous administration that nobody would play, and it's where you have to say 10 good things about the guy you don't like, and I do the same. Nobody would even try.
Yeah.
That's how bad our society got. Nobody would even engage. They couldn't say one good thing about the guy, and you should be able to say 10 good things about anybody.
Yeah, you should.
Died like a lead balloon. I talk to people. Oh no, I can't say anything.
Well, I know, because you made me think for a moment there. What could I say? 10 things. I couldn't say.
Well, we just said a great thing. He prevented war, and
yeah,
he did it with his wacky weirdness. It worked.
Yeah, that's true. So, he fell in love with the music, but it's almost as if he stumbled. It was kind of like
yeah, but to win the game, you can't tell the buts. You just say he pushed forward the vaccine creation. You move on. You don't go, but he's orange. What else did he do?
Well, he pushed forward the vaccine thing, so that was good.
Yeah.
And he
gave us a good laugh when he said, "Let's buy Greenland."
He didn't get us into war during those 4 years, even though he may have later on. We won't talk about that. We'll say that.
See, you can't do it. Nobody. You lose the game. You can't say but.
Okay, let's try it again. No. Okay.
You got one. He had no wars.
He had no wars, and
vaccine.
He pushed the vaccine. See, that's the thing. I always want to say to go even on that. I want to say, but But well, say he pushed the vaccine. He had no wars. He has beautiful looking children.
Trade war. He did the trade war and worked with China.
Yeah, he did. I'm not sure how well that went, but yeah, I mean, I'm not sure on that. But
points. Nobody could get a point in this game because they always had to go.
No, but we're gonna try it. So I'm gonna give it. I'll give them the trade war thing and say, hey, yeah. Actually, no, you're right. I'm gonna give them the trade war because the trade war was goofed up since 1980. So that was good. So trade war.
Did a tax cut for rich people. They like that.
Yeah, tax cuts for rich. Okay, so trade war, vaccinations, tax cuts for riches.
World peace.
What's that?
World peace. The no wars.
No wars.
He was involved in defeating ISIS.
He was involved in defeating ISIS.
I don't even like the guy. In fact, I can't stand the guy, but I can find 10 good things about him. He did help defeat ISIS, and he allowed the military to do their jobs with less restrictions. Every military guy I talked to said that. That's why they liked him. Because they're able to do their jobs. So we're at 5 already, but nobody was able to get one without a qualifier. Everybody go, but.
Well, that's, yeah.
But he has tan lines around his eyes. That's it. He had world peace, but he looks weird. Yeah. He says crazy things. But yeah, the world peace thing was big.
Yeah, so no war. Vaccine. Push the vaccines. He I don't know what's going on in my computer. It just went dark. There we go.
I was thinking about buying Greenland for the first time.
Yeah, well, we should buy Mexico too. So he pushed vaccines, no war in his 4 years, and what else does they not get rid of? So limited. No vaccines, no art.
Stimulus checks, he helped with that.
What's that his doing? Or is that the Democrats? I don't know.
He was involved. He would have got the blame if it had gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a supporter at all, but the game is so hard because
Well,
it's
I want to be able to say this
yeah.
later on years down the road. So, push vaccinations, no war.
I
Stimulus check.
realize I realize though that you can't do 10 things.
We
Three.
said 10. We're gonna try and find them.
I don't
So,
know. Well, that was a flaw in the game. I think three things, but even that, nobody could get one. Nobody was able to get one without qualifying with but.
no, actually, I can even say another one in particular. He got people involved,
Yeah,
good or bad.
stimulated the vote.
Good or bad, he stimulated the vote. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt about it, folks. He demanded that of everybody to get involved. And yeah,
So you
I
got
mean,
four things. You did that one without a but.
yeah.
That's good. Well, it goes the same. It goes both ways. So you get somebody that's a Trump supporter, they can't give you 10 good things about Biden. They can't even give you one. So it's both ways, both parties.
Well, yeah. So I'm at 4 right now, which is I
Yeah,
know it's
four is
wrong.
impressive.
Push vaccinations, no war, stimulus checks, stimulated the vote. What else was there?
Well, he opened up industry a little bit with getting rid of restrictions.
Oh, rich taxes for the rich.
Yeah. He loosened restrictions on some things that help business and industry.
But I don't like. I don't think that's. I don't consider that good. But that's
That part's good. That part's good. Then the other part isn't. That part is good. Opening up, there were too many restrictions from what everybody I talked to said. Everybody that worked in an industry told me there's too many restrictions. There were.
There may be too. I mean, I'll agree with basically some people, but that's one of those hit and miss things because all of a sudden you've got he got rid of the EPA, which was basically
I think it still exists.
oh it does, but he took away. I mean, he gave the job as a EPA director, who's a guy who just did not like the EPA, who talked bad about it.
That's true.
It's like he just ruined it. So so some of his friends became in charge of the Keystone Pipeline, and they opened up the Keystone Pipeline, which basically stole all these properties from the Indians, and it's like, man, are you can we harm somebody even more somehow?
Yeah.
So
four. The fact that you got four is more than anybody else. Most people wouldn't even play.
Well, I'm working on it. I'm trying to figure out how to even get more here. But we had more than that before, and I know you brought some up. I can't remember where. It's like
4 is impressive. I realize 10's too many. 3's good. Sometimes 1's enough. We survived it, so that's what. If you hate Biden, when he's done, you'll have survived it.
I mean, I can tell you 10 negatives pretty quick. Boom, boom, boom. But
published a great book, I thought. Art of the Deal.
Which has has a lot of people saying that wasn't him who wrote it. And, in the Art of the Deal, that was years and years ago, not regardless of president.
But that's something good about him. He wrote Art of the Deal, or he didn't, but he produced it. He got it out. Yeah. It was good stuff.
It was. And which in particular, I always say, if anybody knows Trump, actually, previous president there, if you haven't read The Art of War, then you're missing out, because the Art of War is exactly his strategy on sales and on life. And that's where the art of the sale came from, the art of war. I mean, the whole thing is so similar. It's just funny. It's like, but that's what he was as a presidency, as his philosophies in life are the art of war, which is crazy. Which doesn't mean, folks, war minded. It means there's a lot of philosophies in the book, The Art of War by Sun Tzu, from like 500 AD, whatever it was. That book still stands to this day, and I highly recommend it. it's a great book. But yeah, The Art of War. But yeah, I was like, people all say, oh, The Art of the Deal. I'm like, well, he's The Art of War. Read the first one. I read them both actually years and years ago, just in sales and marketing and whatnot, So
Yeah, I like the book. So
yeah.
that's another one. So that's 5 right there.
Well, when you
Apprentice.
did 10 things about,
Yeah, The
but
Apprentice was incredible.
we should do 10 things about. No, actually, I liked the Apprentice, for the first couple
Oh
10
yeah,
years,
yes,
or however long it
The
was.
Apprentice.
But we gotta say 10 things positive about his presidency, not
I don't know. It's about the person.
about the person. Okay.
It doesn't even have to do with the presidency if you don't want it. It's about the person. People, it's that Trump derangement syndrome. People on the left can't say anything good about him. People on the right can't say anything bad.
Okay, so
Yeah, he's a human.
we have a loosened industry,
Yeah,
and then The Apprentice, the show,
yeah.
and we have
Art of the Deal is in there. You got to put Art of the Deal.
Yeah, Art of the Deal. Yeah, right on there. Okay, so now we are at 5, 6, 7, 8.
I got one he did that I thought was pretty cool.
What's that?
He told Caitlyn Jenner she could use any bathroom she wanted in his place. Anything. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. In fact, Caitlyn Jenner came on and talked about it.
Well, I will say, it seemed in the last few years that the LGBTQ, I don't know, they seem to prosper in his time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I mean, some of his supporters were against it, but I thought he came out okay on that. Maybe he could have. Everybody could do better on that. But yeah, when he did that, I like that. He let Caitlyn Jenner said, "Use any bathroom you want. You're welcome here." That's pretty cool. He was a superstar in America. He was kind of an American hero, Olympic hero, at least, Bruce Jenner.
Yeah. He's on Box of Wheaties, baby.
Yeah, he was, for that summer, he was probably the most popular person in America.
In the world, yeah. If you're popular in America, you're the most popular in the world at the time.
Germans didn't like him because he beat their guy.
Sure, but still doesn't make me not popular.
Yeah, he was at the top there.
Hated or wanted, you're popular. But anyway, so we have to find one more thing to talk positive about Mr. Trump.
Oh, I got one.
Yeah.
He worked with, believe it or not, Kim Kardashian to get black people out of prison.
Well, okay, I'll give it.
Some of those pardons were for people either wrongfully accused or drug charges or whatever, and a good amount of black people that he helped. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Getting people out of prison is pretty cool.
But there's the but. I mean, I can do it. I mean, I can butt everything. I am that.
Yeah, but if you do every butt, you lose 50 points. You can go in the hole in this game.
You can. But that's what I want to do, though. But.
Yeah, 100 points. If you get 10 with no butts, you got 100 points. It could take weeks.
Well, I think of
it's a good game, actually.
All the people he got out of prison, actually, and they were not. They shouldn't have gotten out of prison. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Well, but it's hard. It's a hard game, but it's good though. You do that with. I think somebody you don't like. Pick somebody in town you don't like, and try to find 10 good things.
This right here has taken me a long time to get through this stuff for positive things for him. But I think we actually have 10 things, which are 10 things, folks. 10 things that positive about Donald Trump. And I didn't post all the things I thought were positive, but which is like a good looking kids. That's not really his doing. But we'll say number one.
You wouldn't get credit for that. You can't have that.
Well,
good looking kids. No.
Wow. So number one, he pushed vaccinations. Number two, he didn't create any wars while he was here.
Yeah.
Number 3, he allowed and pushed signed for the stimulus checks in America. Number 4, he stimulated the vote all through America and actually through the world, I think, because there was so much diversity that he did bring that, and that's good. People will remember that for a few more elections. They're like, wait a second here, I'm going to vote because it counts.
Yeah, so that's 4. That's pretty good.
Yeah, taxes for the rich people on the rich. I'm not really
Good for them.
Yeah, good for them, right? And then he loosened industries, which, like I said, is a good for them type of thing. But I'm not. But I'll give
A
it.
lot of jobs too. That creates jobs. So you're at 5 or
Yeah,
6?
create jobs with the loosening industry. The Apprentice show with a vodka thing on. I thought I liked it, and the Art of the Deal, which he helped create years ago, and the Caitlyn Jenner letting he, whoever it is, use any bathroom in his place, and
it was a good show. It was a good show of grace, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind, I thought.
Well, that's like me saying he let. I mean, but that's okay. I don't care.
Yeah, you're welcome here. That's pretty good. You're welcome in a Trump.
You're welcome here. Yeah, and Kim Kardashian. He helped get people out of prison who need to be out of prison. So
yeah,
and then he did also. He brought people to, like I said, he brought people to the forefront. He made Fox News billions of dollars. Wow. I mean, not my thing, but he did it.
That's pretty good though. So yeah, and
that's 11.
If you could take somebody you can't stand and come up with 10 things, that's hard. You can do it with people locally. You don't have to do it publicly.
Yeah.
People that I can't stand probably can't stand me. I'm trying to find 10 things good about them, and that softens things up a little bit. You have less animosity if you find the 10 good things.
Yeah, I would say probably right there. I have less animosity at the moment for the man. So that's there you go. I don't know. Yeah, I think in particular, because I don't want to read my history right now. But if I was to read my history, I could pretty much go back and find 10 positive things on every president.
Yeah, it can even be about like the Republicans or the Democrats. Like your friend that came into town, I don't think he'd get 10 good things about the Democrats. I think he'd take 6 years to do that, and he'd never.
Oh yeah. Well, when you
hard game.
When you make it your mission to find, to make it happen, that's the best part about that. It's like,
it's a hard game. It's a hard game, but it kind of feels good, and then you can move on to what you like. Now,
Yeah. I'll tell you what. One second, Brian. I've got this.
Doesn't have a hat as nice as this. Nobody does.
Nobody does. But this book in particular. So I got this book to be funny years ago because my father-in-law, my ex-father-in-law, was a wonderful man. However, he always called me lefty, and I called him righty. And half my family thought I was a conservative, and half the family thinks I'm a liberal, and yada yada. But the point is, I'll tell you what, liberal only means progressive in your mind. So you better be a progressive thinker your whole life, no matter who you are. But because I am conservative on a lot of things. But either way, I got this book right here for him years ago, and it's right here. It's a 888 reasons to hate Republicans.
Oh God.
A to Z for everything loathsome about the party of the arrogant rich.
Yeah, that makes me want to change my answer to the question, what's easier, love or hate? Obviously hate, because it's harder to get 10 good things than you can get 888 bad things.
Oh, yeah, but
Great.
that's hating things. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's hate. So hate's way easier. You can write a book.
Yeah.
Try to write
I
a
don't,
book on your enemy. It's hard. A positive
I
book.
don't, and I don't hate anybody, and I don't even, but, and I have plenty of, left, right wing, I have a lot of right wing winning or leaning answers for stuff, but we'll say number one. I'm not going to go through all of them.
Oh, well, we're gonna take hate now after that beautiful thing we just did.
True. Okay.
I don't even want to hear it. I'm gonna plug my ears.
But yeah, yeah, that's funny. No, but that's got. We were talking about that. I
Yeah.
forgot. I found this book yesterday, and there's a book that I'd gotten him
Yeah.
just to razz him. I love him so much. And it was like,
That's interesting.
yeah,
It's
just
hard to find 10 good things, but you can find 888 bad things. So we got a lot of work ahead of us.
Well, yeah. That's funny because the first thing that's on that thing is abstinence is their preferred method of birth control.
Absence, not abstinence.
Abstinence, yeah.
Oh,
Abstinence, yeah. But that was
absence would be funnier when it's time to take care of it. They're gone. So
yeah, they're your absence.
that's both parties there. So
Yeah.
we're way over an hour here. Should we?
Well, let's pound it out. Ladies and gentlemen, once
Sunday
again, thanks for
conversation.
stopping in. I'm going to do
Whoa.
1, 2, 3. There you go.
Wow.
Look at you, got it.
I'm again.
That's like 3 or 4 in a row, I think, actually.
Yeah, it's weird how it does that. It's never every other one. It's you do 6, I do 5, 4.
I be quick, you be slow, or you be quick and I be slow. Either way, so I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great day.